So like every week, we will get a refresh of the manager, player and club career mode objectives. We will also get our first one, hopefully, of this season's bi-weekly, which will basically be just playing matches. It's quite a simple one, to be honest. So let's run through them and see what we've actually got to do. So you will find the bi-weekly ones up in the seasonal objectives in here. So if you obviously tap the LT, if you don't know that by now, then you've been missing out on a lot of XP, or SP, as they go for it. It's basically going to be played 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 matches potential across all career modes. These will refresh as well, and they'll be exactly the same. So you'll get yourselves a lovely bundle of SP here. Obviously play 10, 15 across all of them, scoring 6, 12 and 18 along the way as well. That one pretty much just does it by itself. Like, you don't have to really worry about that one. There's no actual requirements for it, so it's pretty standard. If you need coins in FC25, lootbar.gg has you covered. They are the cheapest trading platform on the game, 8 to 10% cheaper than any others, 8% off if you use the code JT11 at the end at checkout, plus you get 5% extra on coins. With the fastest delivery system going, used by many FC25 creators such as Zorky, Manny Plus, and even Pro owners. So if you need any coins, head over to lootbar.gg, make sure JT11's in the promo code, and hopefully you enjoy. Then obviously we've got the lovely manager objectives first. So this one is going to be more into this one. So as you can see, we've got the play 5, set up a training plan, hire a coach, and make a tactical change. The 5 matches, you do just have to play the matches. Unfortunately, there is no way around this by doing the highlights anymore. They have changed that. So unfortunately, it has got to be the full matches on a manager career. The setup, a training plan, coach, and tactical are very, very quick to do. And I'll show you doing it with a brand new manager mode. So you could do it with literally anybody. Most, if not all, will be able to do this pretty on the nose within the first, 2 minutes. So obviously we'll go through all of this. We'll use the initial squad from right now. We'll play as a real manager because it makes no difference. And we'll go for Newcastle. Again, makes absolutely no difference. You don't really have to play too much. So again, if you want to go on beginner, whatever, it doesn't really matter. There's no actual level of this. It is just the exact same. So once you're into this, you've gone through the loading screen. You've got the 3 different objectives because the play 5 is pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to save this one here. So all you want to do, and it's all going to be under squad. Now, when you load this up, sometimes you could be like over here in the squad hub. You want to go all the way to the left to the tactical preset. Now, if you want to do 2 birds, 1 stone, and you haven't done any of the actual manager ones yet, or the seasonal ones, in fact, you can go ahead and get yourselves a 5-star coach as well. That might take one of the bigger teams because they will scout higher people. So what you want to do here, if you're looking for a 5-star coach, you've got to try and actually find him as such. So bigger teams will obviously get better coaches, but if you're looking for just the hire a coach or hire staff basically, simple as that. Go into one of these, pick one random person, doesn't matter, appoint him, perfect, 1 done. Then if you want to go over to the training plan, this is where we set up a training plan. I think, again, that's pretty self-explanatory. Normally with this, I do just change one of these. So just change it to whatever. You could change any of the 4. And I do go into here and just change 1 player as well, just in case. To be honest, it's never really gone wrong anyway. Then you back out of there. You go into the team sheet. Quite a simple one as well, or not the team sheet, sorry. Go into team management, because once you're in the team management, you'll see at the top, tactics, 1 across, nice and easy. So from here, I want to click into the tactics, get rid of all of these screens, and then normally I do, again, just change 1 of these, go into the player roles, and then just change 1 of them as well. So obviously with this, I'm just going to go Gordon, and I'm going to change him to a wide playmaker. Back out, save the changes there, and that should be everything. So when I go into the manager one, because it's already done, obviously it won't be done again, but that'll be training plan, hire a coach, and make a tactical change. Nice and simple with them. Then we've obviously got the player career mode. This again can be done pretty quickly, to be honest. So you have got the player objectives here. These will be play 5 matches, same as the manager mode, perform a hat trick, reach top manager favor rating, complete 10 match objectives, complete an agent objective, 5 activities, and equipped a playstyle. So if I was to do this off the bat again, so again you can also save it at the start and just repeat it, don't save it, repeat it, don't save it. It really makes no difference. Like, saving the career doesn't actually change anything. So if I was to do this, for instance, and obviously I've got some rewards, I'm going to again go with the initial squad. We then play as a real player. I'm then going to go, not for United States, we're going to go for, let's go into England, we'll go to, Crystal Palace, and I am going to choose, who are we going to choose? I'm going to choose Guehi. Why not? So obviously here, doesn't matter if you choose personality tier 1 or 7, then obviously you can do whatever. The best one to do is to do your creative player, because I'll show you in a second from the seasonal objectives. But that is going to be a good one to be able to have done a few more of the objectives at the same time if you are looking to do all of them. This will give you the maximum amount of SP you possibly can get. So once we're into the new beginnings, we then basically have to start it, and equip to playstyle is going to be the quickest one you can do. So from here, you can, well, if you start a career, you can see assign a playstyle, or if you don't have that, my pro, and then you go into personalities. So as you start a career, you will normally not have this, but if you obviously go for the 7 personality tier, you can obviously get whatever. We're going to go with whipped pass because Guehi knows how to whip a ball. We've done that one. We want to back out of there. Then we go into activities. From here, we can obviously just pick the 5 lowest ones or whatever you want. It's just 5 of these you have to do. There's nothing else you have to do other than actually buy them. So it is, again, pretty quickly that you can get these done. So that should be 4, I believe. And then the final one, we're going to purchase a shirts and silk ties. Very nice. Grey is going to look $1 million. Then, if we go along, because all of these are just all in a row, which is always nice, we have got my agent. So because we've started a new one, we have a fresh batch of objectives. Now, the easiest one is to go into your path, and then we want to choose a target. So we know that Guehi has got Newcastle lined up. Doesn't really matter who you go for. We're going to change. We're going to go with that team. So that at the minute is all the objectives plus your current contract of what you want. You can lower this, so we can go matches started. Obviously with him, the more you go, the higher the objectives can go, so 55%. So we won't look at that one. We're looking at this. So for instance, if we drop it down pretty much to the bottom here, successful slide and tackle 69. But then if you look at clean sheets is 6, win player of the year is 1, 2% dribbling rate. Once you've done that, that will obviously then tick, and you will then get the the agent objective done. So there's already 3 done very, very quickly in this. If then we go down again, so we got the 5 activities. I don't know why that hasn't done that, to be honest. Sometimes it might be a bit glitched. I feel like this one might be for me, to be fair, but that is the 5 activities, I promise you. The agent objectives, the 10 match objectives are going to be something that once you go into a match, it's normally a match rating. If you're a striker, it's a goal. If you're a midfielder, it might be passes. Defenders might be tackles, plus then assists, pass, clean sheet for defenders. You've just got to finish 10 of them. So they are pretty easy to do, as well as then the hat trick, hence why you want to go for a striker, because that's just the easiest way to do it, to be honest. You can do the hat trick, the match objectives, and the top manager favorites in highlights as well. More than likely though, I would save them and do the 5 matches in full, because then you're going to get all of them done anyway, rather than doing highlights and then still having to play the 5 matches on top. Also with this, why I say it's better to obviously go ahead and do the, this is why it's not done, because this is a different level. So this has glitched out, and I'll tell you why in a second. So obviously with this one, you want to go ahead and use your creative player, because you can max out a skill category. I've done a video on that. I'll leave a link down below. Ballon d'Or winner, player of the season, player of the month, transfer club is going to be done on a more longer career mode. So you do actually have to finish a season. If you use either Haaland or Hansen to start with, you'll get the Ballon d'Or done on the first year, no matter how you play, and you'd be able to get everything else done at the end of the career as well, or end of the season, which is just really easy to do. So that's why you'd kind of go with either your player for the max out skill category, and then Haaland or Hansen as obviously the normal career to get everything else done. And then finally we have got the clubs. This one again is pretty standard. The reason why these objectives are glitched for me is you've got to quit out of the game before changing your accounts, which is very, very annoying. So it's basically saying that I'm level 5. This is a brand new account that hasn't done any of the objectives yet, so it's glitched for that reason, for some reason. I don't know why I have to quit out of the game, but you know that they're right. Then we've finally got the clubs. This one again is pretty standard. It's very much no avatar. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Let's just go ahead and skip all of that. So we have got the league and rivals, because they are always the exact same, and you will have the bi-weekly rivals as well. You obviously have Ultimate Team and also clubs as the 2 bi-weekly objectives amongst then the Ultimate Team ones. So with this one, you go down to the clubs, and we will have then the clubs daily objectives, so that's just if you're playing daily, and then you have the weekly. So we have play 6, 10 of the league and rush, win 4 in league, 6 in rush, and then in the bi-weekly you'll normally have like 8, 12, 15, 20 of the wins in the vice versa league and rush. Then we have assist 5 in clubs, as well as making 15 tackles, and then score 9 in rush and make 25 tackles in rush. They are the easiest ones you can get done. Obviously with the league you will need a club, so go ahead and join, create one with your friends, and obviously you can transfer if you need to. And then you want to go into play. You will then have the rush matches, and when you do have the league set up, my club, then obviously the leagues will be first, rush will be an RB across. I believe you can... No, I don't think you can do them in drop-in because it has to be specifically leagues, but rush is just here. You can do that obviously on your own. That is nice and easy, so that's pretty standard. Once you've done all that, that is going to be everything from this week for the lovely 6 PM weekly manager, player, club objectives, and also the bi-weekly. Take care. Peace.